Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Dominique Davis, also known as Brown and Bendy, and here on this channel we practice flexibility of the mind, body, and the spirit. We reached 90K. Wild. We reached 90K on this YouTube channel. And I've been making YouTube videos for about 10 years. Not as consistently as I have on this channel, but I started 10 years ago and I was doing everything like music covers and hair tutorials, makeup tutorials, and social commentary. um, and I never believed back then that my voice was a voice that could help anyone. I was more so using YouTube as a way to release, but as I've grown and evolved, it's really nice to see how with my own mental expansion, I've seen that expansion in my reality. And I think that's what I want to talk to you guys about today. I couldn't do this without you. I couldn't get on this computer and just talk and have the confidence that it's going to reach somebody without you guys. So I'm so deeply grateful for you, your attention, your subscription, your time. I don't feel entitled to any of that. So thank you. Today, in regards to this milestone, I want to talk about the flexibility behind Brown and Bendy. Yes, I thought of the name when I started doing yoga, and I was kind of constantly triggered because I would always go to yoga classes and be the only brown person. So I made the name Brown and Bendy. But as I started to make content, I realized like in order for me to bring you guys videos, I had to learn. I had to learn a lot. Like I couldn't just keep talking about the same things over and over. I had to read. I had to read about things that I've never even thought about. And that is what allowed me to lean into this idea of being mentally and spiritually flexible, especially because I came from a Christian home when I was younger, and it was a very traditional Christian home without a lot of wiggle room, we'll put it that way. Even though I do find myself gravitating back towards Christianity, I believe in reincarnation, I believe in spirituality, I don't condemn witchcraft, so I have a different view than I did before. But it's amazing how between these 2 points in my life, there was this immense amount of learning, this immense amount of knowledge that I was given, and I wouldn't have been able to implement this knowledge and become the person that I am now if I did not practice discernment and giving myself permission to discern. So what does that mean? That means that you can't be afraid of information, especially information that doesn't align with the way that you see the world. You can't. I have been talking to you guys more and more about my journey with religion for the past few weeks, and I realized that it triggers some of you. And I want to look at that. I want to look at the emotion that comes up when a person tells you that they are exploring something or learning about something that goes against the way that you see life. Let's think about the emotion that comes up. It's usually fear, but fear can often be covered by frustration, anger, and then even more in an even more complex way when a person you love talks to you about something that is not familiar to you, much in the way parents do. We can say, oh, let's stay away from that because I love you and I don't want that for you, right? There are all these different complex ways that we push knowledge and information away because the knowledge and the information scares us. And I'm so grateful that yoga and meditation has become mainstream because meditation still scares people. There are a lot of people in the Christian community who believe that meditation opens your mind up to demons and things. And don't get me wrong, I believe in demons. I believe in demons. I believe in ghosts too. I don't think they're the same thing, but that's another conversation. Anyway, back to my point, it's like, okay, well, if you are afraid of meditation and you never meditate, that's a big chunk of life you're missing out on. That's a huge chunk. And I think that we on this channel know that when you meditate and you start to become nervous, it's because you're starting to sink down in your subconscious and see your truth. So yeah, it might be demons, but they yo demons, you know? So that's just an example of how we can be exposed to something and we can reject it because it doesn't align with the way that we see life. So I want to ask you today, tomorrow, for as long as you can keep this in your mind, see how you react to people talking about things that you disagree with, people talking about things that you've never heard of before. I think that that's the whole entire reason that judgment is a sin. I think that judgment is a sin because when we judge something, our mind is automatically turned off to expanding through that very thing. Just because you hear about something and learn about something doesn't mean that you have to adopt it and incorporate it. And that's where discernment comes in. But by learning about it and understanding it, you're able to make a conscious choice about whether that knowledge, whether that expansion is for you or whether it's not for you. But when you become so used to regurgitating the same information over and over and over because it makes you feel safe and it makes you feel like you know what's going on in the world, that's when you become trapped in a little bubble. And Deepak Chopra talks about being in the unknown a lot. And that's something that has accelerated my manifesting journey like crazy. Just never being comfortable. Being comfortable with not being comfortable, never knowing what to expect, never knowing how the day is going to truly go, but just knowing that it's going to be good and it's going to work out for you. Talking to people that you've never talked to before, going to places that you've never gone to before. You guys know that I used to really struggle with social anxiety. And the year before COVID, I started going places by myself. I started to go to parties by myself. I started to go to bars by myself. Do not get me wrong, I was safe. Don't worry about all that. No, I was safe. But I started to go to social events by myself. And that changed me. It changed me immediately. And was I uncomfortable? You have no idea. Of course, yes. I mean, I think I went to stuff and I just held a little drink and just didn't talk to anybody for the first few times, you know? And then I had to get comfortable enough to start talking to people I've never met. But when you start to gravitate towards a way of life where you're looking for knowledge everywhere, you're looking for growth everywhere, then your life becomes this manifestation machine. Yes, we are always manifesting, whether we're intentional about it or not. But when we are constantly looking for growth, especially with the foundation that we are loved, our existence is significant, our desires are significant, we have the power to make the world better. With all of those foundational beliefs, when you become the type of person who is constantly looking for growth, your growth is going to start supporting all those beliefs even more. Therefore, whatever you are looking to manifest is just going to come right into your life. Because the whole thing about manifesting, this is the secret of manifesting, and I feel like I don't say it enough. The secret of manifesting is 1, deciding what you want. 2, being present and aware enough to listen to how the universe is telling you how to get there. 3, accepting that you want it, so you don't know how to get it yet. Because if you knew how to get it, you'd already have it. So knowing that you do not know how to get it, allowing the universe, allowing God to speak to you, and then doing things that are outside of your comfort zone, that are uncomfortable, so that you may expand to the manifestation. That's all manifesting is. That's it. That is it. The universe will get you there. Ask and it is given. Ask and it is given. Ask for it. But don't ask and be like, well, I don't want to change. Don't ask and be like, I want this, but I don't want to learn anything new, because it's not going to work. It's not going to work. So all this to say, be open to concepts and ideas that make you so uncomfortable that you feel disconnected from source. Because if no person can make you angry, upset, scared, frustrated. If someone does something or says something to you to make you feel that way, it's because you have programs within you that are reacting in that way. So if you are reading something or watching a YouTube video or talking to someone and the concept of something comes up that makes you react in a specific way, there's a reason why you're fearful of that concept. And a lot of times, the concepts that we are most fearful of hold the truth on the other side, the truth of who we are and the truth of how we can get to where we want to be. Because I believe that there is nothing in this life that we are supposed to fear. There's nothing in this life that we are supposed to believe is bigger than us aside from God and the universe. Everything else, fair game. Everything else is fair game. It's your perception of yourself that gets in the way of how you see other concepts. So, yes. Happy 90,000. I love you guys so much. What a wild journey this has been. I've tried filming these videos in so many different ways. And who'd have thunk we'd end up here just in front of the computer with a mic? Who'd have thunk? I love you so much. I'm so grateful for you. I'm so grateful for this channel. I will continue to love you every day. I will continue to pray for you every day. And just thanks for loving me for me and my brain. Again, who'd have thunk? I will talk to you guys soon. If you liked this video, make sure you give it a thumbs up so everybody on YouTube know that it's valuable. Also, if you would like me to expand on anything that I talked about today, let me know down in the comments and I'd be happy to do that. Last but not least, please make sure that you are subscribed and that you click that notification bell so that you can be notified when I come out with a new video. I love you so much and I will talk to you next time. Bye.